back to another video here with Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. In today's video, you guys, I'm going to be showing you how to sublimate on 100% dark cotton. It's not necessarily a hack, but it's a product that allows you to be able to use sublimation ink to sublimate on dark cotton. Obviously, sorry if you hear Gabby in the background. He's going to make a little appearance, but he's over here playing. But being able to sublimate, the reason you would want to go with sublimation ink versus regular inkjet ink is because the colors are just a little bit more vibrant, and that's my personal opinion. I do think the colors are more vibrant when you use sublimation ink. So this is a product that allows you to be able to sublimate on dark fabrics using sublimation ink so that you can get that vibrant color. You guys, obviously I am going to show you a close-up later in the video, but look how vibrant this is. I did this one, and then I didn't do this one in this video. I did this one for Instagram and TikTok, but this is a chocolate colored shirt, and this is cotton. These are both Gildan t-shirts, but we are going to be using the Siser Easy Color DTV. So I want to quickly correct that. I did say Siser Easy Color DTV, and I meant Siser Easysubli. I do believe I say DTV a couple times in this video, but I just want to go ahead and make sure I make that correction now. We are using Siser Easysubli. I did post a reel on my Instagram. It was either Instagram or TikTok, and I had a lot of questions about this product. I do have a previous video, but I wanted to do an updated one to show you guys this product definitely still works. Okay, so this is what we are doing in today's video, so definitely go ahead and stick around for that. All right, guys, so we're gonna excuse me, we're gonna go ahead and start out in Leonardo Design Studio. I did want to come into the software and just show you how to get it set up in your software so that you can go ahead and do a print and cut. We are doing a large print and cut, so I'm going to be printing on 11 by 17 paper. And then I'm going to use my Siser Romeo to go ahead and cut this project. All right, so I'm in Leonardo Design Studio Pro, which is $8.99 a month, or you can pay for the yearly amount. I do believe it might be a tad bit cheaper if you go yearly, but I'm not 100% sure. I do know it's $8.99 a month. But the first thing you want to do is now that we have the software open, this is going to be a print and cut. Okay, so I'm going to go up to File, and I'm going to import my artwork, which is this here, and then we're going to select Open. The software automatically recognizes that this is a print and cut because it is a PNG. So because I'm not uploading an SVG, I am uploading a PNG. The software did go ahead and recognize this is a PNG and that it needs to be a print and cut. So it's already selected here. We're going to go ahead and select Next. And then here is where, like, if you had a background and you wanted to remove it, you could go ahead and do it here. However, I do have a transparent background already, so I don't need to alter anything here. I'm going to go ahead and select Next again. Right now, it's just tracing out contours. This is going to be for the cut part of it. It needs to cut out the contours to make sure that, you know, it's going to cut correctly. Now, with this particular image, I'm going to go ahead and select Next here. With this particular image here, it does these little dotted circles around here. That means that it's going to cut around every single circle as well. I don't particularly want that for this image because I want this whole image. I don't want these holes to be cut out. So what I'm going to do on the cutting contours page here, where I'm going to go ahead, my contour offset, I'm going to make it bigger. Now watch the holes. When I make the contour offset bigger, it gets rid of that contour around the holes. So now, as you can see, there's no cut around each hole. So now when it goes to cut it, it's not going to cut out these individual holes. It's only going to cut out where the blue is. And I no longer have that around the circles. So if you upload an image and you have maybe a part of the image that it's going to cut, but you don't want it to, try first adjusting the contour offset before you select finish to see if you can get that adjusted, okay? I like the way that these cut lines look now, so I'm gonna go ahead and select finished. Okay, so now we have our artwork here. Now this is going on a large shirt. So I'm going to make the width of this like, it might be, it's either 10 or maybe 9.9. Ooh, this wasn't locked. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock this. And make this 10 inches wide. Okay. Now I want to just make sure it's nice and adjusted and that it will fit. Once I brought it onto the artboard here, it did automatically go ahead and adjust to be a printing cut because it is a PNG. So this right here is selected. It's a print and cut job. If for whatever reason your software doesn't automatically do that, just make sure that your print and cut job is selected, because if it's not selected, then you're just going to have a regular like mat. And you need to be able to print this. So you're gonna need to do print and cut, okay? So the black registration marks means that it is gonna fit on the page. If you have something that's red or it's highlighted or unhighlighted like this, that means it does not fit on the page and you need to adjust it, okay? So we have it here at, the width is 9.915, height is gonna be 10.557. I'm okay with this height and this width for the size shirt that I'm going to be using. So I'm gonna go ahead and send design. But actually, before I do that, you can select your paper size here. If this is your first time doing print and cut, it may have defaulted to an 8.5 by 11. If you need to change that, you would do it right here. So currently I have 11 by 17 checked. If I wanted to switch my paper size, I would just do that here. Okay. Uh-oh, no, it doesn't want to switch back. Okay, there we go. You could also select the printer, and then if you need to change your printer, maybe you have the wrong printer connected, you would do that here as well. Okay, you can change the paper size, you can change the source, you can go under properties, you can change your print settings, everything that you need to do, you can do here as well. I'm going to be printing on 11 by 17 paper, borderless printing in portrait. I am going to be using the plain paper, bright white paper setting, color under the best quality. Under more options, I am going to turn bi-directional printing off as well as mirror image off. The reason why we're doing that, you do not need to mirror Siser Easysubli. Normally, when you're using sublimation, you do have to mirror, but for Easysubli products, you do not have to mirror. Okay, so now I'm going to go on over to send design, and then I'm going to select send. And then again, everything that we just did on the previous page, you can also do on this page as well. So you can set your print size. You can go under here, select your print size, all of those things, and then select OK. Now, when you send it to the printer, you're going to get this same menu that we had on the last one. So if you wanted to go ahead and change your settings here, you can. You can either do it on the last page or you can do it on this page, either one. I'm going to go ahead and cancel. Again, we are not mirroring. I am going to be cutting on a 12 by 24 because I'm printing 11 by 17. And then when you go to do your cuts here, I'm going to be using a 12 by 24 mat. I'm using my Siser standard blade, and I'm going to use the cutter's settings. Now, I will tell you in the next clip what my settings ended up being. And then you're not going to mirror, okay? Just like you did not mirror up here, you are not going to mirror down here either, okay? So that's how I go ahead and get my image ready for my print and cut. I'm gonna go ahead and get this printed out. I'm going to show you how I load the mat, load the paper onto the mat and then load the mat into the machine in the next clip. But all I'm doing right now is I'm gonna go ahead and print my image. I'm using my Epson 77, I'm using my Epson 8550, which is a converted printer, to print my image. Everything will be linked down below, including my printer as well. Ink, paper, printer, all of that will be linked down below. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this image printed out, and then I will come back and we will go ahead and cut it together. All right, you guys, so I have my print here. And I just wanted to show you how you're supposed to load it onto the mat. So if you have a 12 by 24 mat, you put it on there the normal way, okay? And then once you print it out, you're gonna get down here, this arrow. That is where you're going to put your blade. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna load our Romeo. This is how I load mine. Some people load theirs from the back. It's really your preference on how you want to do it. And then you're basically going to use the arrows on the keypad of the Romeo to line up the blade inside that box, okay? And then on your computer, on the software go ahead and hit send to cutter. The camera is inside this white part, and the camera is going to go ahead and read the registration marks, and then it will cut it. Sometimes it takes a few tries for it to read the registration marks, but once it gets it, it's typically okay. I always have an issue with this top right corner. Like, it never reads it in the top right corner for me. Okay, and now it's going to go ahead and cut. Now the cut settings that I have, you guys, cut settings do always differ. It truly depends on how far out you have your blade, because you can't decide on blade depth. Like, there isn't a setting for blade depth. You put it wherever you see fit. The settings kind of just truly depend on how your blade is, so you definitely have to do some trial and error. My settings for this is currently at 13 speed, and it's at 25 force is mine. Also, my blade is a little bit on the duller side. I do need to go ahead and swap it out. Sorry if you can hear Gavin in the back. He's playing. But yeah, those are my settings. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, get this cut out, and then we'll come back and press it together once it's done. All right, guys, I do have my print cut out here. And now what I'm doing is I'm gonna go ahead and weed it. Now, I was having a little bit of issue with weeding, only because my blade, I do believe that my blade is too far out. So when it would switch to go to a different spot to cut, because my blade is too far down, it was like cutting lines through the image in spots I didn't want it to cut at. So I did have just a tiny bit of trouble weeding this, but all I need to do is adjust my blade depth, and then that problem will be fixed. But if you have any issues where, like, maybe, like, let's say your blade is cutting something on the left side of the paper, when it goes to the right side of the paper and it's just transferring from one side to the other, if it's cutting through your image while it's doing that, that simply means that your blade is too far out, and you just need to adjust your blade depth. Which is basically just going in, manually unscrewing it, lifting it up a little bit, and then putting it, screwing it back tightly. With the Siser Romeo, that's how you do it. You have to manually do it. But that's how you fix that issue. And then, so now all I'm doing is just weeding out all of the little pieces. Outside of that, I normally don't have any issues weeding this product. I did let you guys know my cut settings and my pressure. Or my pressure and my force. I'm sorry, my speed and my force. And yeah, with that speed and force, I don't have any issues. The only issue I had this time is that my blade is just a little too far out. All right, and then now what I'm doing is I'm taking it's called TTD mask, and you guys, this will be linked down below. But the TTD mask that I have, I only had 8.5 by 11s. So basically I'm taking two of them and I'm putting them together so that I can pick this image up with the TTD mask. But you can get it bigger to fit 11 by 17. I just didn't have any on hand, which is why I used two 8.5 by 11s. But it worked out perfectly with no issues. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a squeegee and I'm going to squeegee the back of it. And then I'm going to remove the backing from the mask and then we're gonna go ahead and press it. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and use my HTV Ron Auto Press for this. And I'm just going to do a quick pre-press on my shirt while it's warming up. We're at 250 right now. We have to be at 315 degrees, 315. And that's just the settings for the Siser Easy Color DTV. It's 315 degrees for 15 seconds, and then it's a hot peel. As you saw in the previous clip, I don't have the large TTD mask, so I did have to use the one from the other package that I have, which is the 8.5 by 11. But no worries, it was fine. I just put two pieces together, and it did end up working just fine. I was having a little bit of a weeding issue, just because, and the reason why that happened was because it must be my blade. Must have been for that setting. I think my blade is too far down, which is why I was having that issue. This is going to be so cute. But look at how, look, you'll see a huge color difference. So look at it right now. This is sublimation ink, and this is before we press it. Look how, you know, it's dull. Sublimation ink is heat activated, so it definitely takes that heat to go ahead and make it vibrant. So when you're using this product, don't get scared at the fact that, oh my gosh, it looks dull right now. It's going to look dull because it's sublimation ink. It's heat activated. It needs that heat to brighten up the colors. You will see a huge difference from when we put it in there to when we take it out. It's going to be extremely, extremely vibrant once we take it out. I'm just waiting for it to get up to temperature. It's at 307, so we're almost there. While we're waiting, you guys make sure you're following me on social media, joining my Facebook group, all of those things. I will have a link for all of these products down below, including my press, the Siser Easy Color DTV. This is just a regular cotton shirt. I think it's Gildan. I think it's a Gildan shirt. I'm not 100% sure. It's just a cotton shirt I grabbed. Actually, no, I think it's a Walmart shirt. It's just a quick shirt I grabbed. And this is crooked. Let's try that again. But we are up to temperature. So alright, I'm going to go ahead and press 310 degrees for 15 seconds. A lot of people ask me about this heat press. I really do like this heat press. It is an auto open, auto pressure. The only downside is the pressure part of it. You know, you may have some trouble doing puff or things that require firm pressure, but other than that, I love this. You guys, look at the difference. Look at that. I know y'all saw that difference. Before I even take the masking tape off, just from, I know y'all see the difference. I know y'all do. Wow, y'all, that color is crazy. The color is crazy. And we don't have to press it a second time. Look at that color. OMG. OMG. I hear Gavin about to cut up, so let me hurry up and get off of here. But you guys, look at this color. I think I missed a part on my B right here, but that's okay. Look at that color on this black shirt. The color is popping, okay? Popping. But that is all I have for this video, guys. Hopefully I was able to answer some questions that you guys were having. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, look at that color. Until next time, you guys. Bye.